It's formed by the thorns on the stem of the woman. Fighting in his guardian of his enemy's soul. I can render no pretender time to eat plus four. Ain't no secret that I keep it 96 plus four. On a future really structure that is not in my phone. Flying in the zone, well aware I'm dying alone. To the metal, glitching metal, with no license for smash. You can get them spitting petrol like I'm spitting in gas. Got you looking, I'm feeling my lungs. Indoor, been indoor, and I'm still in the slum. Real as it come, filling up, I'm filling mistakes that I probably never shaped to the heavenly gates. Logo, hey. It's a warrior song. The other side is stuck in song. We ain't worried at all, not at all. And if my boy should fall, I'll never leave him, even if I have to carry him all. Hey, it's a warrior song. If you ain't with it or committed, then just hurry along. It's only the strong, it's living and driven by this warrior song. It's a change sign, or stick the land. This is franchise. What is it? My system trying to break me as I speak, and I'm looking to deep. What will it take me? Seeing these JD, they just more clear. In your legal aid, your foreign hair, not big, great stuff will make you never take split shit. Everywhere, enough to make the levies right. Move sides to change, they got space. Tattoos on letters of pain, I can't erase one back, over your head, and I reach up in the homework, show me the bed. The Jesus right lace the steel, there ain't no taking with the flow. Face in hell, it's like it to the all on the line, right or wrong, somebody. Talking the fight, ways of fighting the dog, it's up early. This a warrior song, the other side is stuck in smoking, we ain't worried at all, not at all. And if my boy should fall, I'll never leave him, even if I have to carry him all. Warrior song, if you ain't ready or committed, then just hurry along. This is the only strong, it's living and
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Prolific Expression. Let me see. I got some quotes here that I wanted to share with you guys real quick. These are Wes Watson quotes that are I like them a lot, man. A negative mindset during times of adversity blocks the retention of wisdom from much needed life events. Be honest with yourself and do what's needed to become who you truly admire in all ways. Be truthful to yourself and do what it takes to become the person you genuinely adore in every manner. Fact is, all of your answers come from within, but most people have much blocking their minds from receiving them and achieving greatness or any level of success in whatever area of life you're seeking seems out of reach. Yesterday I was watching a movie called Revolver, and the movie was very interesting. At the end of the movie was pretty much learning how to kill your ego or not listen to your ego. Your ego or your mind is pretty much the enemy in this. It tells you what it thinks it's right for you before you yourself know what's right for you. So in order to become the true self, the true essence of yourself is by killing the ego. And how do you kill the ego? Well, there's many ways, by not defending it, pretty much. An example would be, let's say someone insults you. Hey, you're a piece of crap, you're a weenie, you're a bitch, you're this and that. Do not argue with that, man. Just listen. And if you're not, it shouldn't even bother you at all. However, if it's true that statements are true, then your ego is going to get hurt and you're going to get butthurt and your feelings are going to get hurt. You know what I mean? So, you could probably feelings could be the same thing as ego. Feelings are could be ego or the energy of ego or whatever. It's hidden in many ways. So the way you get rid of the ego is by not defending it. Most people get their ego hurt and right away they start defending it. Even women, especially with women, they defend it right away. You're this, you're that, An example could be, let's say you're speaking with a woman or whatever, and then you start to say, let's say she's talking about, let's say her friend or something, a guy friend or a girlfriend or whatever, and then let's say the other person, quote unquote, says something about the other, her friend, and then that person gets all bent out of shape and then begins to defend that friend. Well, if that friend is not what I'm the other person saying is, then why are you getting all bent out of shape and butthurt and all that? You know, the other person could say, well, you know, you don't know him, you don't meet him, blah blah blah. I get all that. I get all that. However, like I said, if that person is not that, why are you getting bent out of shape? Why are you defending it? That's the ego in you, or the ego, yeah, the ego in you thinking that your friend is not that, because you, like I said, that's just one example. There's many examples out there. Another example of the ego would be like, uh let's say you are being made fun of at work or whatever, and people start calling you this and that. I mean, I get there's a, if you're joking around, that's one thing. However, you could joke back. It's a different environment when you're working with men. So you could when you're talking bickering back and forth with a man, uh it could be fun. However, some guys get hurt, and that's their ego getting hurt. So you either come, come back with a comeback, and then the other person get hurt, or you just water off a duck's back. It doesn't hit you. It won't even hit. That thing won't hit. If they quote unquote insult you, and your ego is checked, it won't hit. It will just boom, fly away or whatever. So that's another way of dealing with it. And or you could just add to it, like a stoic quote saying, you must have not noticed my other flaws if you're just focusing on that. Let's say you walk in the morning and then somebody makes fun of you. Hey, you're let's say you walk funny, you know, you walk funny, you walk like a duck, you walk like a penguin. And then all you do is turn around and say that stoic quote. You must have been oblivious to my other flaws, because that's not the only flaw. I mean, what the hell is the other person going to say? Is he going to laugh or whatever? And that's just checking your own ego. Like, fuck it. If I walk like a duck, fuck it. I'm a duck. You know what I mean? It's just an example. So now let's see another quote here. Welcome once again, YouTube land. This is prolific expression. I consistently repeat that living in a conscious, consistent manner is the key, but most people miss this notion by trying too hard to control their life and their course, rather than regulate their character and making changes in the moment by pure intuition. Moment by moment, cultivating a thankful mind means strengthening yourself inside and outwardly with every response and reaction you give to what life throws at you. Only when we choose to have a breakdown in character or depart from our conscious guidelines are we punish in this world. Strive to develop perfect character and trust that you are where you are in life for a reason. That's once again Wes Watson. So wherever you are in life right now, just know that, hey, you're there for a reason. It's teaching. You're there to learn a lesson. You know, and everybody says that. Everybody says that. You know, all there's a whole bunch of people online that say, "Oh, you're there to learn a lesson." Well, what's the fucking lesson? You know, well, you got to pay attention. It's not gonna come to you if there's a problem in your life and it keeps repeating. Well, that's the lesson you got to learn. If you go to work and people keep making fun of you and making fun of you, well, and you get butthurt and you get butthurt and you get butthurt. Well, then that's the lesson you got to learn. You got to learn how to not get butthurt, or you got to learn how to move around that. So, or another example, you don't some people don't like to wake up early in the morning. You know what I mean? uh, that's one of the things you can control. You can control your wake up. You can control your food intake. You can control your exercise, and you can control your emotions, quote unquote. So, if you're able to do all those things, your life will be better. And it's easier for a man, obviously. If a man is right, his world will be right. Obey your conscience and follow your moral compass. Your people need the absolute best of you. Science says you're a bitch. Yeah, man. Wes Watson has a science says you're a bitch. Pretty much, yeah. You know what I mean? Science. If science, if you go to science, it says, "What are you as a human?" Pretty much, you're a bitch. You're gonna die. Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. Kill the eagle. I'm a bitch. Say whatever you want. It's not gonna stop me from moving forward. Stop the overthinking. Plan a simple day and pull it off with perfection. Then gradually increase daily variables as each are fully mastered. And this is a guy, Wes Watson, spent 10 years in jail for certain things, and his mentality is pretty much the philosophy of IMC Nation. You know what I mean? Like, take responsibility for your life. What you can control is pretty much like simple things: your wake up, what you eat, and your exercise, and all that, and how you control your emotions. So we got another here. So let me see. We got another. There is no greater feeling on earth than when you can take a broken individual under your wing and give them their power back. There we go. That's another good one. There's a lot of broken people in YouTube land. There's a lot of broken men and broken women. However, I'm speaking to the broken men out there that are extremely broken and don't know what to do. Pay attention to that brokenness in you, and the way you defeat it is by facing it. Don't hide it by smoking weed, drinking, and all that. All those. See, you're talking to a man that's never done drugs in his life, ever, ever, ever. Not even weed. I don't do drugs. It's never been my thing. I never had the, how do you call it, curiosity or any of that shit. And I've had friends that do it around, whatever. That's on them. I have drank alcohol. You know what I mean? Like I said, drugs, never done it. I've always faced my problems or my situations head on, and it breaks you. It breaks you, and that's where you grow, man. And it was a thing that I never even knew. I'm like, I never even thought about, like, when there's a problem going on, I never even thought about drinking or any of that. I'm like, or doing drugs or whatever. So it's like, yeah, just face your problem. That's the only way to handle it, and put yourself out there. Like right now, I'm putting myself out there, speaking this. You know what I mean? There's gonna be people out there that don't agree, that think on this, think on that, blah blah blah. They're gonna get butthurt, and it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, get the fuck out the channel. Pretty much. There's no secret to this. Be honest. What do you respect? Be that. What is hard for you? Do that. Simple yet significant. See, that's another that's pretty much the IMC philosophy. Also, there's no secret to this. Pretty much, be honest. Boom. With yourself. Be honest with yourself. You can't bullshit yourself. And what do you respect? Do you respect yourself? Well, how do you respect yourself? By doing what you say you're gonna do. That's how you respect yourself. You treat this machine of meat machine in you as a temple, or whatever you want to call it. And what is hard for you, do that. See, everybody wants to win so easily, or think it's an easy way out. It's not, man. It's not. That's why in the process, the IMC process, the wake up is such a big thing, because most people don't want to do it. They don't want to wake up early in the morning. And it's hard. It's really hard to get up in the morning. I've been getting up early in the morning for, I don't even know how many years, and it's never gone to the point like, oh shit, I'm fucking waking up like a fucking badass. There's times that you wake up feeling good or whatever. Well, some people say you wake up for your life. Yeah, I get all that. However, the body does not feel that. The body feels like crap. You know what I mean? Your mind says push forward. That's what my mind said: push forward, get up. However, the body is the one that's down there having a hard time, and that's why you gotta take over and do what's best for you. All right, let's see another quote. What are you doing through? What are you going through right now? And anybody on YouTube land or online right now, what are you going through right now? Is needed, no matter how difficult it is. So whatever you're going through, my man, my lady, or whatever, you have to go through it. All right. Even doesn't matter how difficult it is. Use it to heighten your internal fortitude. Pretty much the ball's in you. Use it to heighten it. Like, you know what? An example would be money's tight. Okay, use that to what are you gonna do? You can't just lay there and think about it, or you could just not care. You know, there's many things. Like, what are you gonna do? As long as you have food in your stomach and a roof over your head, or even if you don't have a roof over your head, you know, you could do something about it. So, what are you gonna do in order to fix that? Use it to create that patience, loving, solid man who will never fucking tap. So don't. I mean, most people don't. You know, don't tap out. Don't tap out. Just keep moving forward, whether you don't have money or not, or get a job. You know, most people don't want to work no more. Most people want a handout. Most people want this. Like YouTube land is probably looking for a handout. There's no handouts, man. And everybody tells you these things that you already know. There's no handouts. There's no none of that shit. And however, it's like, how in the hell do you put it in action? Well, life's gonna put it in action for you, man. You could just lay there and you're gonna feel so much pain at one point, like what the hell am I doing here? You're either gonna sleep it away or do some other shit. So why not move forward and figure out what can you do? Your view of the world is your confession of character. There we go. So most people complain. So that's your view of the world. You're ungrateful. That's your view of the world. So if that's what it is, then that's what other people are going to perceive. I look at someone that's ungrateful and complaining. I don't want them around. Get out of here. Put that energy out. I put I put a force field around me, and I don't want none of that negativity coming towards me. And I'm around negative people all the time, so it's cool. Bring it. You know what I mean? That's my thing. Bring it. Bring your negativity, and I'll show you how it doesn't affect me. You know what I mean? So I put a force field around it. They throw their complaining or their negativity. It comes in the communication. It dissolves before it gets to my ear. I hear it. However, it dissolves, and then I could tell that in their head they're like, "Oh, this guy doesn't. It's not affecting them." So they pretty much start like not complaining. You know, it's funny how they not saying that they get fixed or whatever, but there's like, "Oh, this guy's not gonna like agree or do anything. He's just gonna be like, hey, bro, you gotta do your thing," and then that in turn is gonna make you check yourself and pretty much like, oh man, I'm not gonna complain. He doesn't like no because at the end of the day, nobody really cares when you complain. Nobody cares, man. You could get on YouTube or nobody cares, man. It's just, I mean, how else could I put it? Nobody cares. Not even, let's say you can't get up in the morning. Uh, you could tell your mom, you could tell even your dad, like, Dad, I can't get up in the morning. They'll just tell you what you want to hear, which is just lay down, my son, or whatever. They pretty much don't care. Like, why? Who cares, man? You know, it doesn't matter. It's all on you. You got to fix your problems. Stop throwing. See, how I see complaining is trying to throw your problems towards someone else to fix them. So you complaining, let's say, oh, you're complaining about your back. An example, I go to work. Oh man, I'm tired. My back hurts. So then I'll be like, oh man, so how are you gonna fix it? You know what I mean? Most people say those. Let's say you say that, like, I don't know, man. Like, oh, well, why don't you do some yoga, bro? Or why don't you do this? See how you you give them the quote unquote answer. Let's say, well, brother, I had back problems, and this is what I did for them to go away. And then you tell them, and they're like, I don't want to do it or whatever. So then, boom, they see that you didn't give them the answer that they wanted, so they're going to move on and complain to someone else until they get the answer they want. Let's say another example will be like, they want the answer they hear. Oh, bro, it's to take some fucking ibuprofen, bro. That shit works. Boom, boom. And they want to hear that answer. Oh yeah, I'll take that. Boom, boom, boom. So stop throwing your complaining or your whinings towards other people because it's they're not going to fix. They got their own shit to deal with. So don't be throwing your complaints to me. Boredom leads to desire and leads to vices. That's another one. Drinking is escaping reality. These people don't want to be themselves. Boom. I live a life that I like to live. Boom. That's all Wes Watson right here. Life is about being and becoming. You're only born in life when you're not on your purpose. Oh, that's another good one. Yeah, man. So this, when you have people around, pay attention if you're the complainer or the person that listens to the complaints. If you are with someone with a girl, let's say you're with a girl or a guy or a friend or whoever, and you're talking, shooting the shit or whatever, and then let's put it this way: you go out on the date, boom. Let's make it much easier. And then you're chilling with the girl and you start talking back and forth. I've it's funny. You go back and forth, and then let's say she says, "Oh, what do you do for work?" Blah blah blah. Oh, I get off. I don't want to do. You start complaining to her right away. It's already gone. You know what I mean? And if the girl starts complaining as a guy, what do? You become a Captain Sable and shit, or a person that thinks that wants to help her out. So, however, like I said, if you give her the answer she wants to hear, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah." However, she's not gonna respect you. You know what I mean? So let's say she says something, and then you say, "How would you fix it?" And then you let her, and then that's how you fix it. At the end of the day, she could only fix herself. I can't fix her. You can only fix yourself. You know what I mean? As a man, nobody else can. You know what I mean? So as long as you're one with your God or the universe or whoever, the answers will come. Just pay attention and be good with going through the pain, man. Pain is good. Boom, pain is good. Just go through it. It teaches you things, you know. I remember there's someone that said it. I forgot who which person said. Uh, Pain is good. You put your hand on the stove, boom, it burns. You learn not to put your hand on the stove no more. So pain it teaches you things, and most people go or like living through their pain. Enjoy their pain, or it's not even pain to them probably. Like let's say there was a person that I was talking to. They said they love living in their anger. You know what I mean? I'm like, how the hell do you like living in your anger? That's when it's like, I know that's not the real person. That's just the freaking emotion that that they don't understand and think they enjoy. I mean, like, I don't like being around angry people, man. Like, who wants to be anybody that's complaining, angry, or sad? All of these damn emotions, like, how in the hell nobody wants to be around that? Quote unquote, even happy. All right, happy people. All right, I'll be happy. Just control your damn emotions, man. That's it. That's it on that. All right, it's 9:22. I'm gonna end this soon. Thank you for showing up, everybody. Thank you. We got TK and Troy here, and YouTube land. Thank you for showing up, and to Prolific Expression. So, is there any questions? What do you think about that, Mr. TK? I see you're under a tree. That's where the wisdom comes. That's where you find peace, man. You're barefoot? Oh no, you're not barefoot.
I took my shoes off. I'm grounding.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's where you find that's where as philosophers find themselves, man. Being under a tree, I enjoy that a lot too. Oh, look at that, all the greenness.
It's funny how you mentioned thoughts and feelings before, because I was, for the longest time, I would say I'm tired, but then I separated myself from the feeling. So instead of saying I'm tired, I'm going through the feeling of tiredness. So I snuck in a quick nap right before your class because I wanted to catch it, and I'm feeling energized. I'm tuning in nature and Jager at Nation. Os.
Yeah. Hell yeah, awesome, my brother. Yeah, man. That's another. That I hear that a lot from people. I'm tired. That's one of the things that I hear at work. Oh, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's like, that's that. Say your body's tired. I get it. Okay, body's tired. However, that you don't have to say it out loud. Pretty much, you could when you see someone, you could tell they're tired. They don't have to tell you. You know what I mean? Usually the guys that tell me, "Man, I'm tired." There's this guy at work that always tells me that. I get there in the morning, I'm like, "Bro, you're tired." It's like, dude, you're tired all the time. I can see it in your face, and I get it. I get you're tired. You don't have to say it in order for me not to see it. I'm like, cool. If I see a man that's tired, I'm like, hell yeah, dude, he's been putting in some work. Or I mean, being lazy, even being lazy, that's not you, man. If you're lazy, that ain't you. You know what I mean? That's just like Jim Carrey said, you're deep rest. You need deep rest from the character you've been playing, which is a character that sucks. You know what I mean? So, if you need a 10, 15-minute nap, take a 10, 15-minute nap, bro. and then you wake up and you know, if just pay attention to your body, don't pay attention to the voice in the head. Like, oh shit, the body's falling asleep. Okay, the body needs some rest. Cool. 10, 15 minutes. Boom. There you go. Instead of just walking around telling people I'm tired. You know what I mean? Like, you know, think of different words. Like you'll never hear me say I'm tired to anybody at work. I've never said anything like, and there's people that would come up to me like, hey bro, you look tired. You know, it's like you still have to go through it. So I remember what was my answer? So I go in there, everybody's telling me you're tired, and then they look at me and I'm, damn bro, you look tired. I'm like, fuck, I don't care, man. It doesn't bother me. I'm here. That's what I tell them. You know, who cares? Nobody cares that I'm tired, bro. You do you care that I'm tired? Why are you telling me that I'm tired? Do you really even care, or are you just poking at the bear? What? You know, does it even matter? You know, it's so dumb when people tell me that thing. I'm tired. I'm well,
And
brother,
one thing
well,
I'd like to add, brother,
yeah.
people that say, "Oh, I'm tired," you know, that a lot of them I feel like they just want someone to vent or like complain to, and then I tell them, "Are you drinking water? You know, tiredness is a sign of dehydration." Oh yeah, yeah, I need more coffee. And I'm like, dude, I know what you're going through. I've been through it, and I can go on forever about that, but I think
No, I
something
hear
kind
you,
of
man. And just like I was just like I said, TK, it's like they're throwing that. Let's say they say I'm tired. They're trying to throw their tiredness towards you. So you don't accept it, or you give them an answer like you, like, oh bro, drink some water. And it's not the answer they want to hear, so they're not gonna take it. They're like, oh no. So it's like, why the fuck do you tell me in the first place if you're not gonna take quote unquote my advice or how I fix tiredness? It doesn't make sense. It's just a fucking loop at the end of the day. So the best thing to do is someone says I'm tired, I'm like, fuck, how are you gonna fix it, bro? You know, that's all you could say. If you want to help out the guy or just ignore him or whatever. Damn, bro. Well, oh, it's because I went to sleep late. I'm like, bro, I went to sleep late too, and I'm you don't see me here tired and shit. That's why it's like everything I hear is like, dude, I've been through it. I'm a human being. I've worked since I was 8 years old until now, which is I'm 40. So you know, I've worked as a kid with my father would take me to go sell paletas, which is ice cream. He would take me to the junkyard. I would sell sodas and peanuts, and then I would cut grass. I would do part. You know, I've been working a long time, so I've pretty much heard all the excuses. I'm tired. I'm this. Why am I late? Blah blah blah. That's why I don't believe any of that. I've never been late to my job, and I've never called in sick. So that's what I'm saying. Anyways, all right. Thank you everybody for showing up to Prolific Expression, and I will see you on the next one. Check out TK's podcast, man. IMC TV is always entertaining. You know what I mean? It's real fun. 5 p.m. Friday, right? Boom. There it is. All right. Thank you, Troy, for showing up. Also, everybody, have a good one. Let's